All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 9mm test. Today we're going to be testing out some federal ammo. And once again, that is a huge thank you to our buddy David, who actually sent us the funds to purchase this ammo and make this test possible. So thank you, buddy, once again for doing that. You are a huge help to the channel. And this should definitely be a fun one. So the one on the left is the 124 grain HST. That one is your standard pressure. Does have your nickel-plated brass and is rated 1150 feet per second. And for our second one, that one is also the 124 grain HST, is the plus P version. Same nickel-plated brass, and that one's rated 1200 feet per second. So we'll see how close we come today. So we are going to be testing out of our Canik Mete Mc9. That one does have a 3.18 inch barrel. We'll be going through our gel. Those are 10% calibrated blocks. Do over a catch block behind that, so a total of 22 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front, and like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how these rounds do. First one up will be that standard pressure. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, let's see what we did on that one. So it looks like impact velocity on that one was 1139. So definitely really good to see. It was rated 1150, and that is a short barrel. So always awesome to see there. All right, and there is an entry. Looks like you got a perfect hit, and you can see right down that cavity like all the rest. And there is a pretty decent start pattern so far. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, check that out. Definitely a pretty good disruption. Looks like as soon as that thing came in, it started to open up, getting those really distinct spiral cuts going through there. It does look like it did settle down a little bit towards the end, and we did make it into that second block, so that is always good to see. So let's see at our widest point what kind of measurement we have. Like always, we will get our cross sections here at the end, but while we're out here, we are right at 1 3/4 inches, so that's definitely pretty good to see there for a 9mm, of course, especially that short barrel. And same thing from the side. So hopefully you guys are able to see that. Looks like it came in, opened up. You can see those really perfect spiral cuts, or from it twisting from the rifling. It really doesn't look like it settled down until about that last inch or so, and then there it is in that second block. So let's see at our widest spot here from the side. We are right at 2 inches on the side, so a little bit more from the side than the top, which is usually pretty typical. But man, that is definitely pretty impressive. And you can see that round resting down in there. It is facing kind of away from us. And at our leading edge there, we are at 2 3/4. So that is 13 3/4 inches of total penetration. So awesome to see. So let's set it for that plus P and see how that one does. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, let's see what we did on that one. All right, so it looks like the impact velocity on that one was 1165. So once again, that is awesome to see. Rated was 12, and like we said, that is a shorter barrel. So always good to see those, pretty close to advertised velocities. All right, so there's that entry, and just like the last one, got a really good hit. You can see right down that cavity, and a pretty good start pattern so far. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, definitely some nasty stuff. So it looks pretty similar, very identical to the last track. It does look like it might be carrying it just a little bit further. did settle down, and we did actually make it into that second one. So once again, that is awesome to see. It's sitting right next to that first shot. And let's see, at our widest spot here on this one, we are at just shy of 2 inches. So it looks like we got a little bit more damage than that first shot. Of course, it was going about 25, 26 feet per second faster than that last one. So kind of expected to get a little bit more damage, but actually did pretty good. So there it is from the side. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. Came in, started to open up really nicely. You can see that really nice distinct spiral cut going through there. This one really doesn't look like it settled down too much. Like I said, maybe that last inch or so it kind of settled down, and we did actually make it into that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have here from the side. There actually looks like there's a little piece of lead in this one also, in this track. So at our widest spot, exactly the same as that last one, right at that 2 inch mark. So they are pretty on par to each other, of course. Like Paul Harrell always used to say, not enough difference to make a difference, because it was really 25 feet per second difference. That could be from shot to shot. And hopefully you guys can see that is this one here on the top. Looks like we pretty much got exactly the same penetration. That one is also facing away from us. And let's see, we are right at the 2 3/4, so literally exactly the same. So 13 3/4 is the total penetration. So very awesome to see. So let's check these tracks one more time from the top. So the one on the right is that standard pressure, the one on the left is that plus P. So here is that standard pressure. You can see it came in, opened up, getting some really nice disruption in that gel, really good tearing. It did flatline pretty quickly towards the end, and then we did make it into that second one. It is that round there on the top. And here is the plus P, same thing. Looks like that one might be a little bit more delayed in opening, but it definitely opened nicely. Huge spiral cuts going through, carrying pretty much the whole way through, and it is that one there on that top. So very awesome to see there. So let's pull these rounds and see what they look like. All right, check these things out. Looks like they both got some really awesome expansion. So the one on the right is that standard pressure, one on the left is that plus P. So here is that standard pressure one. You can see absolute perfect, picture perfect expansion on that. Really nice mushrooming. Is a little bit jagged, of course. HST, like everyone says, HST is going to HST, man. They usually never fail. They're very consistent bullets for sure. You can see this one has a ton of gel in there, but they are super consistent, which is awesome. And here's that plus P. You can definitely tell, a little bit wider than that last one. Like I said, it was moving a little bit quicker, so kind of expected, but it did pull those petals a little bit closer to that base. And this one is jam-packed with gel. So like always, we'll rinse these out here at the end and get a little bit, better pictures and all that good stuff. But man, definitely really awesome to see. So we'll check them out one time from the bottom and last time from the top. So like I said, we'll do our steel shot, slow-mo, all that good stuff at the end. And once again, thank you, Mr. David, for actually purchasing this stuff and making this test happen. You're awesome, dude. And it's a huge help for the channel. But there we go, guys. That one was 9mm, 124 grain Federal HST, standard pressure versus plus P. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, so there's that cross section for that standard pressure. You can see that thing actually did quite a bit of damage. You can see those perfect spiral cuts going down in there, and quite a bit of damage. So I did remeasure these. They are peaking right at 2 3/4, and I'm sorry, 2 1/4, and averaging right at the 2 inch mark. I believe we were right at 1 3/4 when we're out in the field. So always good to see that little bit more. So let's cut this open. All right, so there's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side and this top is the left. So you can see as soon as that thing came in, right, that 1/4 inch mark started to open up, and you can see a really nice distinct path going all the way through here, and pretty good damage. It did drag in quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt, but we do have some pretty big splits down in here. And usually, like I said before, those do leave a very distinct pattern for sure, but definitely quite a bit of damage. And same on the top, came in, opened up. You can see that path one more time. And same thing, tons of fabric that it drug in and quite a bit of damage. Definitely very impressive. That one was our standard pressure, and it was actually moving out pretty good, especially for that short barrel. So that's always good to see. And here's one more quick angle. You can see right down in there what this round is actually doing. Some really, really big tearing for sure. Definitely some nasty stuff. There we go, guys. That one was that 124 grain HST, and that was the standard pressure. All right, and here's that cross section for that plus P. Pretty much exactly the same. Really, really big splits. You can see right down in there. Same on this side. I actually did remeasure these. They are peaking right at 2 1/4 and averaging right at the same. The last one was averaging right at the 2-inch mark, so we got a little bit more damage. Of course, that is expected. It was moving out just a little bit quicker, but always good to see. So let's cut this open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side and this top is the left. So pretty much same as the last one. As soon as that thing came in, about that 1/4 inch mark, started to open up. Got some really, really big splits down in there. You can see how bad it's tearing that stuff. This one doesn't seem like it drug in as much of that cotton t-shirt, but still quite a bit of damage. And same on the top. You can see a little bit better right here. Came in, opened up. That nice path going all the way through. And same thing, man. Just really tearing this stuff up. And those HSTs always perform super well. And once again, it was really good to see that a little bit higher number from that short barrel. I wasn't expecting it to be that much at all for either one of them. So, yeah, one more quick angle. You can really see what's going on down in there. Some nasty stuff, man. But there we go, guys. That one was that 124 grain Federal HST, and that was the plus P. Thanks again for watching, guys.